So being an algo trader, I use the SMA all the time. As you can see, this is an SMA line here in yellow, and I want to show you how to get the SMA within Python using Python, and it's pretty simple to do. So I'm just going to show you step by step how to do that in this video. And yeah, if you have any questions, please do let me know, because this is what I do all day. I create trading bots and algorithms, and if I can teach you how to do this as well, then you can be super successful, and that's awesome. I believe in you. You're obviously very resilient and are here for a reason, because you found this video. So I want to show you, number one, how to get the SMA today. So you want to import CCXT. I'm importing a config because down here, when you're connecting to the exchange, sorry, my bot is going off in the background, then that's fine. And then you also want to import pandas as PD. So this config is just allowing me to get my API keys. You could put your API keys just in here like this, and you can find your API key and secret in your exchange. So again, this works for Femex, this works for Coinbase, this works for Binance, FTX, every exchange really. CCXT is really amazing in that sense. So how do we go ahead and build out the SMA here? So first we need to pull in the data. So what we're going to do is bars equals Femex dot, and this Femex it has to be whatever you called up here. So these two things need to match. Femex dot fetch open, high, low, close volume. And then we want to say, let's get it for BTC USD. So this is where you put the symbol, and then you want the time frame, and I'm just going to make it a 15-minute time frame. And then I want the limit, meaning how many bars do you want? I want 500. And then I want to go ahead and say, let's say df, let's make a data frame, pd.data frame, and then let's go ahead and say bars, and then columns. We want to name these timestamp, open, high, low, close, and then volume. So now we have all the data, and we can see that we have the data here. Let's go ahead and print df, and let's see all the data. And then once we have all the data, it's super easy to make the actual SMA. So you can see we have the timestamp, the high, the open, the high, the low, and the close, and the volume. And I'm going to make another column here called SMA. Now the SMA, it can be multiple SMAs are pretty easy to make. I'll make a couple. So make the SMAs. So an SMA is really just the average of the last whatever you want. So let's do a 10 SMA. Let's do a 30 SMA, and let's do a 100 SMA. So you can see the differences. Not very different. They're all pretty similar. So to get the first SMA, all you're going to do is you're going to create a new column that's in the data frame, and I'm going to say SMA 10. And then I'm going to say equals df close. So we're going to get all of the close values on a rolling average over the last 10 days or 10 periods. And then I'm going to say the mean. So we're taking the average of the last 10 periods to get the SMA 10. And then we'll do the same thing with the 30. So df SMA 30 equals df.close.rolling. And the only difference here is now we're doing the last 30 periods. So dot mean. Now what do you think we're going to do for the 100? Same thing. df SMA 100 this time, and then we're going to tap into the close, df.close, and then we're going to say over the rolling period of 100, I want the mean, which is the average. And now watch this. If I print df, this is the old df, so let's put a little, something in between, little line. So it should show me the old df, and then it should show me the new df with all 3 SMAs. And there it is. So you can see here SMA 10. The first few are NAN because remember, you need the last 10 days. So if this is the first 10 days of values, well, there isn't a roll-in 10. So the SMA down here, the SMA 10, these all work, right? And then the SMA 30, same problem. The first 29 rows or 30 rows aren't going to show SMA because there's not a look back period of 30. Same with the 100. So the first 100 aren't going to show anything, but you can see that the SMA is they're all filled in now. So for each timestamp, you have a new SMA. So now you can go ahead and use this to back test or to build your own strategies. But you know, this is what I do all day long. I love this stuff. I love coding new bots and algos every single day. So I do that here on YouTube, but I figured, hey, you know, this is such a mysterious field and everybody keeps their strategies to themselves. And I understand why, but I believe that if I can help you become a better algo trader or better data scientist, then you know it's just going to make the world a better place. So I'm here to teach as much as possible. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I hope this video helped you figure out the SMAs. Here's the SMA 10, 30, and 100. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to become really, really good at algo trading, I have a boot camp for that. So there's a link below, and I teach you everything I need, everything that I've learned and everything I know, and I also give you access to my algos and all that good stuff. There's a link to that below. But most importantly, just hit the like button if this helped you today. And then, yeah, check out that boot camp. And if you're not quite ready for the boot camp, totally get it. I'll put another video up right now on the screen, and just click that video. Click that video real quick, and we'll just keep on learning. All right, I'll see you inside there.